Welcome everybody, I'm DJ Chucky and we are in the mix today with Kevin Caviedes, one of the best, I would say the best tattoo artists that I know because I don't know many, but today we're going to meet him together. How are you, Kevin?
Good.
Well, what's your artist name? Because we're telling me Caviedes, I was trying to pronounce your
So my last name's Caviedes, but so my nickname throughout my life was Kendu. That's always been my nickname. Kendu, yeah. So yes. A lot of people know me as Kendu. I usually introduce myself as Kevin, but if you get to know me, eventually you call me Kendu.
Kendu.
Yeah.
So the people who know you, your friends, everybody?
Yeah, everyone calls me Kendu, yeah.
When was the first time that you realized that you were going to be a tattoo artist or you were going to take this serious? Like, what was the first time that you were like, you saw something that really called your attention?
So I think what really interested me in tattooing was when I was a kid. I was really into, like when 50 Cent first came out, I was really into him, Eminem, and they were getting tattooed by this guy named Mr. Cartoon. So when 50 Cent first got his back piece done, I was probably like 10 years old. I was just super inspired by it. And once I found out who the artist was, Mr. Cartoon, that really drew me to like the like LA Chicano style of tattooing. And since a kid, man, so I was always intrigued by that style. And once I turned 18, I had a friend, give me a machine, teach me how to use it. And I went from there, man.
Were you always a kid that was drawing like little things
so,
before all of that?
I've been an artist my whole life. People know me like that. So like, even like, I tattoo a lot of my friends from like elementary school. And one thing they always mention is like, damn, like you've always been an artist, you've always been drawing, now you're doing this. So that was always my reputation, So growing up, my oldest brother, Christian, he taught me how to do graffiti. His friends were like a graffiti crew. So like naturally, I wanted to do graffiti as a kid. I learned the lettering. And then the graffiti lettering, like throughout high school, I would transition into like the script lettering and then the tattoo style of lettering. And then it kind of just evolved. So I feel like graffiti evolved into tattooing where I can make money from it now and, and just growing.
Yeah, and you were telling me before that it's changed a lot in the way that people see tattoos. Like somebody with, let's say with the position or money, they could get tattooed now, and
of course, yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah.
Like before was something that was not.
It was frowned upon before. Where now it's cool. Like my lawyer is completely covered, and like from the chest to his ankles, completely covered. So, when he goes to court, he has a full suit on. You can't even see his tattoos. This guy's always here getting tattooed. So it's cool that like there's these professional occupations that now like they get tatted and it's normal now. I tattoo doctors, lawyers, businessmen, like professional people where now they're getting tattooed, but it's not like they're getting like some street style stuff. They're professionals, but they're getting stuff that has a lot of history in like the streets and stuff like that, but it looks cool.
Yes.
So that's basically it. They just want to look cool.
How do you pick a style? How do you arrive to the style that you do, and where do you learn it? Who was your, who you look up to?
So like my style definitely, like when I started tattooing, I knew I wanted to do like black and gray, but I didn't have the right direction yet until I met my friends from California, where the whole style originated in LA. So once the LA guys, Jose Lopez and Clowns, Saravia, once they came to Jersey, like I was there, you know what I mean? They're in Jersey doing a tour. So I met up with them, I got tattooed and just became friends with them. And eventually my boy Clown became my mentor. He was my favorite tattoo artist. Now we're boys, so I learned a lot from him. He taught me a lot, and just me studying it, like, especially with Instagram now, you can really study someone's whole portfolio and really like just
absorb
all that, and go back to a tattoo that you liked. Oh, I wanted my tattoos to look like that. You look at their stuff.
What was your first tattoo that you got?
So my first tattoo, I actually got it lasered off. So I had a tattoo. It said Colombia on my chest, and eventually I got it lasered, and we just covered it recently.
Oh.
But it was just badly done.
Okay.
Like a lot of my tattoos I got really fast. I got like my first year tattooing, which was in 2009. So, you know, I don't really know about quality yet. So now with laser removal,
Yes.
I'm getting laser, you know, I'm getting my tattoos lasered off, and I just want something cool, something new there,
I
you
hear
know?
you. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Artillery Tattoo Studio. Where did that name come from, Artillery? Because that's the name of your studio.
Yeah, yeah.
Where
So
we are now.
my shop's name is
By the way,
Artillery.
yeah.
So Artillery came from my friend Zuni. He came up with the name because we had it's weird, man. We had a clothing line, and one of our T-shirt designs said Artillery. This was years ago.
Right.
And I always loved it because the word art is in it. So artillery and like weaponry, you know, it has a cool look. So when I opened the shop, that name always, you know, we never used that design for anything. And I just, you know, I love that, like, I was able to use it for my shop. Also, like, the word art is in it and the word ill. So ILL is right in the middle. I'm a big Nas fan. Illmatic is one of my favorite albums. So I used the Illmatic Old English font for my logo so that the ill in the middle is the Nas logo. So it's, you know, so we represent hip hop and just culture in general. You know, I'm very, very cultured. I know everything about hip hop. I'm into rock and roll. I'm into fashion. So like, I'm very, you know, I'm 100% Colombian, but I'm very Americanized. I'm very into like cool culture. So like, I know what's cool and I know what's not. So like, I'm basically able to apply that to my shop, and the logo was the main thing. So when I created the logo, the name is Artillery. So, you know, a lot of people fought with me with the logo because the logo is a AK-47 with a tattoo machine attached to it, which is artillery. But like, I know it has like a less professional look, but I like having that edginess, you know what I mean? Because it's my personality, you know what I mean? I'm not 100% serious. Like,
of course.
I'm serious when I have to be, and I'm not most of the time.
And that's part of being an artist.
Of course, yeah, it's being yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not,
you know, you really think.
Yeah, I'm not pretending to be someone I'm not. Like, I'm gonna be myself in front of you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be professional to a certain extent where, you know, it's still an art form. Like, don't expect complete professionalism when it comes to great art. You know?
Yes.
Because a great artist, you know, they're not that professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But being Colombian and talking about the culture, how does it feel that you opened your store in the heart of Little Colombia in Elizabeth, New Jersey? Like, what does that mean culturally for you, and how does the area affect the way you look at art and tattoos?
I mean, I was very proud to like open the shop here. I had my mind set on opening in this area. I didn't think it was gonna be so close to the Little Colombia area, but I'm happy that I'm here and I'm able to like, you know, represent for my country and also bring something unique and different to the area, because like, you know, Colombians don't really know about hip hop. They don't know about tattooing as far as like the culture. So like, I'm bringing something that like, you know, is artistic to the area, and you know, I'm very into the Colombian culture. So I love being here. I'm proud that like I'm able to like bring a piece to like a Colombian area, and it makes me proud to like be here, you know?
That's great. I was talking to you before that we sat here, and you were telling me that you had worked with some people, some artists. Can you mention some of them so people could just know, you know, who you tattooed?
I mean, I've tattooed a few famous artists. So, I mean, the biggest one is Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I tattooed the side of his face. His closest friends are my boys. Like, his friends, whenever he does a tour, his friends are here getting tattooed. His friends are here chilling.
Yeah.
I'm always invited backstage. Like, I have a closer connection with Chris Brown than the other people I tattooed, and you know, he's an A-list celebrity.
Of course.
You know, the other people I tattooed, I don't really, you know, I tattooed them once and kept it moving. You know, I tattooed Playboy Cardi, I tattooed Jamel Charlo, famous boxer. One person I tattoo regularly, fashion designer A$AP Bari, huge influence in streetwear, and he's here every few months. He gets tattooed. He's part of the A$AP mob, like A$AP Rocky and them.
Yes.
And yeah, we're boys, you know, he hits me up every now and then. So, you know, I used to be really into like, like trying to put myself in like industry places and networking with people who are famous or just like heavy in the industry. And I kind of just like started doing my own thing once I opened up the shop. And I'm not really worried about that anymore. I don't really care to tattoo a celebrity unless it falls on my lap, you know?
Yes.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to go out there and try to find people that are famous just to tattoo, like, cause they're not offering no money, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy with like the clientele I have, and you know, they keep getting tattooed by me, so I you know, I don't need.
How do you know, talking about the people that come and do get tattooed, how do you decide, how do you come up with a unique tattoo that for everybody, or do they come to you with the idea, or do you suggest stuff, and what's your process for like drawing something or creating something?
So as far as like design process, like everyone always has like a general idea of what they want, but I always try to give some input, because usually like I don't like their idea, and I want to be proud of your piece. So a lot of the time it's hard to do it, and you just gotta just like, I'll do what you want, you know, whatever. Because a lot of the time people are just like, they don't like how I'm trying to like dictate their tattoo design. So it'll just ruin the energy, and I'm just like, you know what, today I'm just gonna do what this person wants and go on with my day. But I like to collaborate most of the time, because you know, I know what looks good, and I know what's a good design, and like how to composite a design and stuff like that, where you know, once in a while people get offended. They're like, I want it like this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I'll do it like that.
Of course,
you know?
of course.
But you know, my favorite clients, they're the ones, you know, they're here all the time getting tattooed, and they let me do what I want. And
that's part of it. Like,
yeah, that's most of my career is that. Most of my career is basically just people trusting me and just letting me do what I want. And yeah, man,
That's great,
that's how you get the best results for your tattoo. Just you got to trust me.
trust the artist.
Yeah,
That's where
definitely.
you come. Who did yours? Like, do you have different people? Or
I mean, yeah, I had a bunch of people tattoo me. Most recently, my boy Clown. He's doing a lot of my work. He's the one that mentored me, and you know, Clown's been a heavy hitter in the tattoo industry for years. Where you know, I've always looked up to him, and he actually opened up a shop recently, and he named it Artillery West. He opened it in Long Beach, California.
The same name of yours.
Yeah, exactly. Studio. So it's an idea I pitched to him a while ago. Like, it'll be cool if we could share a name and still like have this tattoo collective. And you know, I do my thing, you do your thing. We just share the name. And when he finally opened up his own studio, he named it Artillery West. So now we have like this collective of these two shops in the East Coast and West Coast. And, you know, we're inspired by the West Coast. So having that definitely helps out with like the style,
branding.
Branding, yeah.
That's great, bro. I'm just like learning about you as an artist and all your journey. How long have you lived in Elizabeth?
So I've been in Elizabeth. I'm originally from Long Island. I grew up in Edison, and I moved to Elizabeth probably like 8 years ago. And I had a lot of friends in Elizabeth. I was tattooing people from Elizabeth, became cool with someone out here. We got an apartment together. And I just like Elizabeth, man. I've always been into it. Like, when I lived in Edison, always come to Elizabeth for the nightlife, for the restaurants, for the food, for the women. It's just a lot going on here, man. It's like a hub for culture here. It's very like rich, very rich in Hispanic culture, you know, not just Colombian culture, but you know, there's Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Peruvians,
right,
you know, Uruguayan, just everything out here, Guatemalans. So I liked it here. So I've been here for probably 7, 8 years, and I love it here. You know, this is my home now. You know, and I love to represent for Elizabeth.
What do you draw your inspiration from? Like, do you every day learn something new? Do you study some different styles? Or do you look at different people, different art, different books. Like, how do you get inspired to be creative like every day?
I think now, so like back in the day, it was books and it was stuff like that, and doing conventions, traveling. You know, nowadays, man, it's so easy to get inspired. I go on Instagram. So now, bro, my Instagram, I changed my Instagram to inspire me. I don't follow rappers and celebrities anymore. Like, I'm unfollowing people on a daily basis because I want Instagram to be inspirational to me, because it could be a good tool. So right now, bro, if you go on my Instagram, you see sick tattoo artists, fashion, hip hop stuff, like just stuff that inspires me. So Instagram is inspiration, man. It's very easy to get inspired now if you know where to look. I follow some of the best artists in the world. So every now and then, like if I'm having trouble doing the tattoo design, go on Instagram, see what they're doing, get a quick inspiration, and yeah, man, Instagram, bro. Instagram's the shit right now.
We're talking to Kevin, to Artillery Tattoo Studio. Is that the
Artillery
name?
Tattoo Studio, that's the full name, yeah.
And it's very interesting, your whole story, how you became, the artist that you are today. I'm gonna take a little walk around to see how the
Let's
shop
check out the
is
shop.
set up. Maybe you can tell me how do you think about it? Like, how do you?
Got you, man. Yeah, it's a big shop. There's a lot going on here. It took a while to fill up the spot, man. But yeah, I'll take you around.
It feels nice. Let's go. And we're in the Mixx. We're here with Can-Do, and he's ready to ink someone. That's how you say it.
You could say
learning
ink,
how to say
ink, tattoo. We prefer just saying tattoo.
it. Yes.
Yeah, ink and tat, just like too much, man. Just say tattoo.
Tattoo. yeah. You're gonna tattoo. From row seat to the whole process. They should do this like a show, like a dinner show, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the shows about tattooing, they're so terrible, man. They don't really show the real artwork. They just show like celebrities.
There was many of them.
There's a few. My favorite one growing up was Miami Ink.
Yes.
I used to love that show, man.
And they did it right.
They did it right because they showed the lifestyle and like, not so much the lifestyle, but they showed the people that would get tattooed were a lot of professionals on the show. So you see like teachers and stuff like that, and just like people that weren't like from the street, professionals getting tattooed.
Yes.
And I've always enjoyed that show. The new ones, I'm not crazy about.
Would you ever be on, like, have your own tattoo show, or it's nothing like?
Nah.
You don't want that.
I wouldn't be on a show.
Nah.
Because I think it builds a bad reputation for yourself, because these people go on these shows, man, and their personalities take over, and it's not so much about the art anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like an ego thing, and they just wanna seem like they're the best tattoo artists out there. So I think like reality TV definitely like affects tattooing in a sense. Just like makes it makes it cool, I guess, to the general public, but I don't like what it does to like the industry. It just makes it look so cheesy, and you see how like these tattoo artists have like these, bad personalities where they're just complaining. So that's the show. I don't know if you noticed.
Well,
so
you need to have some content.
Yeah, in Ink Master, they're just complaining. They're talking shit about each other's work. I never talk shit about no one's work. You know what I mean? If I was on a tattoo show, I feel like I would be like boring, and that I wouldn't actually like be a good personality for reality TV, because I'll keep it real and I won't be creating drama. I'll just be myself.
Right.
And reality TV and tattooing, just it's a weird dynamic, man, because it's a lot of big egos and stuff like that, and I don't have a big ego. So like for me to be on a tattoo show, man, I'll be kicked off the first episode. They wouldn't want me on that show.
Yeah.
I'll keep it too real.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
One second, bro.
What's happening now?
Right now I'm gonna put the stencil on them. This is a stencil cream. It helps the stencil ink transfer onto the skin.
We saw you earlier working on your iPad,
Yeah.
creating a design.
So I was creating the stencil for this. So
Yeah,
basically I made the image off of AI. I used Midjourney
yeah,
to create the artwork.
right.
And
Well, the main artwork, and then you...
is on
then
AI, and then I trace it and I
trace
do
it.
my own modifications to it.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm using a lot of AI right now, which is kind of new in the industry, and like not a lot of people are using AI. And I think it's something cool because I'm creating references that don't exist right now. So like I could create a whole, I could create a whole Renaissance painting based off just like my ideas. So like these are Renaissance, because a lot of the artwork that we do is a lot of like angels and religious stuff that looks like Renaissance paintings or based off of Renaissance paintings.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just like basically generating my own Renaissance paintings and tattooing them on people. Just trying to keep it original.
That's incredible.
Stand up. So now we have the stencil. All I have to do is trace that now. This is the hardest part of the tattoo.
Okay, okay.
Hardest part is putting on the stencil and making it right.
And now you just...
Yeah, having the client. You agree?
Yes.
You don't
yeah,
know.
Of course.
You agree.
What would you tell somebody that's going to get in their first tattoo? What advice would you give them?
Someone getting their first tattoo, sit down. I would say like one thing people do is overthink. So they're basically sitting on their tattoo idea for months before they get it. If you're thinking about a tattoo design for 6 months, you're not gonna get it. You're gonna get something different. So if you have an idea, I feel like you need to get it done or else you're never gonna get tattooed. And if you wanna be, I'm sorry. So if you wanna be like tattooed, you need to get the ideas that you like and not keep sitting on ideas that you want. Because that's the thing. I've heard where people would have a tattoo design on their home screen for months before they get it done. You're never gonna get it done because 6 months later, you're gonna think of something else to get. So I think like, if you have an idea, just get it done.
That's
You know,
it.
life's short, man. Get tattooed.
That's a good advice. And that goes for everything in life.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
man.
You just got to jump in.
So right now I'm extending, I have a piece of smoke here and I just wanted to like transition into the new tattoo a little better. So this is one thing I like to do. I like to transition tattoos. Like if I do a piece on you, I'm gonna leave it kind of blank where it like fades out, a little piece of smoke. And if
So it makes sense. It's like a DJ mix. Like,
exactly, and then I could easily put a new song into it.
yeah. That's incredible. Everything is you did everything here, or you?
Yeah. So a lot of it. So you know, like I said, I knew Andy since middle school. So we did a lot of early stuff. Like he's been getting tattooed for, like this is 15 years old.
Wow.
You know, this is 10 years old. You know, this is a few months old. So like he literally has like a transition of my first year to like today on his arm.
Wow.
So it's really bad up here and then it gets better and better.
I don't think art is bad or good. It's just, you know.
Even bad art is good. You know,
Right.
Basquiat. Basquiat was an amazing artist in his world, but
Right.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
It's true. Where can people find your work, and where can people find you to follow you and also, you know, come and get a tattoo?
Just swinging by. Come to Artillery, Elizabeth. Hit me up on Instagram. I've been engaging more on Instagram lately.
Yes.
Because I've always had a good following on Instagram, and I always felt like I was good at it. And then in the past few years, Instagram kind of changed where like now I'm like left in the dust, where a lot of people, I'm not doing the content that a lot of people are doing, and where now I'm left behind. Where recently, like we've been doing a lot of like video content and stuff like that, and my followers went down, which is crazy.
Right.
So it's hard to figure out Instagram and like the algorithms and all that. So like I'm not trying to like, one thing people do, a lot of tattoo artists do, they copy a trend that every tattoo artist is doing. So if a tattoo artist does a certain trend where like, you know, he transitions like the tattoo into like the tray, everyone wants to do that video because it got a lot of views. That was a bad example.
So gimmicky, it becomes gimmicky.
Gimmicky, that's the perfect, So it becomes a gimmick where everyone wants this style of video on their Instagram because they want to be famous. Where, you know, it's even like the music. So it'll be a certain song that is like viral and everyone uses it, and it's such a bad song. So like when I'll create a video, like I'm really into music and I'm into a lot of genres. So like I want to create a video that shows like my personality and like what music I like. So I'll put my music and the stuff that I like into a video, and I don't really try to conform into that, like, you know, use this song and then you're gonna get followers. Like that song doesn't represent me. And it's very like cringy, I guess. I think that's the right word for tattoo artists right now. A lot of tattoo artists are very cringy.
Yeah.
And just try to show you like how funny and like quirky they are. And I'm not funny or quirky. I'm funny, but I'm not quirky. So I don't want to be a part of that. I like doing my own thing and creating my own type of like imagery on Instagram. And, you know, everyone copies each other right now. So it's a different world, man. It's not, I don't think a lot of promoting yourself isn't your own personality anymore. It's basically like, I'm gonna do that guy's personality, but I'm gonna do my version of it. I'm gonna do my tattoo based off that guy's personality. And that's Instagram right now. It's very diluted. And I don't want to conform to that. I want to do my own thing.
It's a copy of a copy of a copy.
Copy and paste, but I'm not copy and paste, man. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna just, when it comes to videos, I try to create good cinematography and just like good visuals. And I don't care to do the trend, you know? Listo. Andy Gobrial. OG Andy. Yo, fuck the trends, bro. Fuck the trends. I'm not corny.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do a say your Instagram, and I'm gonna ask you to say your Instagram, and then I'm gonna do like an outro, and then I'm gonna just leave you to do the show.
Okay,
That way
cool.
it's like the
I like that. Yeah. Like you leave and I'm still working.
Yeah, you keep,
that's
you
cool.
know, you do your thing.
Yeah.
So where can people find you, your Instagram and all that stuff? Just, you know, I know that you say that you're making more videos now, but I just want you to give your social
my
media.
Instagram is I Can Do Tattoos. So it's IKENDOO tattoos, TATTOOS. So yeah, that's my Instagram.
We're here in Artillery Tattoo Studio. Kendu has just shown everybody the whole studio, and we had a great conversation. Well, now you know. I'm DJ Chucky, and we are in the mix.